Live from the House of LeMay Makeup and Dressing Room.
Here comes Amber. Stop what you're doing. Here comes Amber. She's just doing what she can. Here comes Amber. Cue the spotlight. Here comes Amber with 2 drinks in her hand. The matriarch of fashion, from sequins to her glasses, you can't look away. Ask her, does she do it? There's really nothing to it. She's got that feminine gaze. If you have a party, or if you're feeling naughty, call up the House of LeMay. Here comes your favorite gal. Here comes your queen. Here comes the talk of the town. It's Amber Live tonight. The music starts playing. It's time for cabareting on Amber Live tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn off all cell phones and get ready for your host, Amber LeMay.
Hi there, Happy New Year! We made it to 2021. Oh my goodness. And you know, to celebrate, we decided to start season 2 of Amber Live. Yep, season 1, all 41 episodes, they're in the can. That's season 1, that's 2020. Now it's season 2, episode 42. Here we are, and we're happy to be here. But what you need to do first is like what you're watching, and then share. Yeah, share. You want to share with your friends. And then go over to amberlive.tv and subscribe to our station. You're going to love it. You're going to get all the neat notices of when we're online. So you want to make sure you do that. And the guy that keeps it all together and makes it happen, it's Russell. Hey, Russell, good evening.
Good evening, Amber. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. You know, I'm feeling positive for a change. I know, even watching today's negative news, but you just know there's hope. You just know that there's hope coming. So, how are things in New York this evening?
Things are good. It was a little rainy today, but not too bad. So, about 40 degrees here, I think, or high 30s. So, yeah. I know it's freezing up where you are.
Yeah, it's right around the freezing mark, and it was a gloomy day. It was a good nap day is what it was.
It felt like that here, too. I think that, that front coming in. Yeah. And there's Bridget saying, hi, Bridget. And Josh.
Of course, Josh. We know Josh is going to be there. All right. Yes. So we've added a new way for people to watch, Russell. So could you go over the different ways people can watch Amber Live?
I can. There are lots of ways to watch Amber Live. First of all, some people like to watch it on Facebook, and that's okay. That's not our preferred method. And the reason for that is that it's in 720 there, which is not full HD. If you're watching on Stream Ally, you can stay right where you are and watch there, and that's fantastic. We love our friends at Stream Ally, and they are serving up our show through their system now. And then the other option is to watch us on YouTube, and if you watch on YouTube, you're watching it full HD. So if you're on Facebook and you want to pop over to YouTube, go over to YouTube, and then follow us, subscribe to us, and I think there's a bell that you hit if you want to get notifications about when we're going live. So we recommend either Stream Ally or YouTube as the place to see Amber in all her glory.
Yes, because we've been doing some extra things during the week. We normally do our promo for the week, upcoming show on Wednesdays. So we've decided to stay in the studio and do some live chatting with people.
Yes, and we're calling it Amber Chat, and you can come on, and there we are with Big J, Josh, one of our fans. It's your chance to come on and talk to Amber, and if you want, you can send us an email, and I can send you the link, and you can even come into the studio and be seen and actually chat with Amber. So Doug wants to know why we went a higher res than 750. It's 720, Doug, but good try. Amber Chat's a lot of fun on Wednesday nights. So
Yes. You can ask questions. Who knows what we talk about? We talk about current events. We talk about the weather. We talk about whatever you want to talk about is what we do.
Yes.
Yeah. And talk about our bustiers.
Yes, our bustiers, which are a very important part of the Amber Live family, and we do appreciate all of you. Here's a list of our bustiers, our super bustiers, Rial and John, who are with us all the time, and we truly appreciate all the help they've given. But we don't want to forget everybody else as well, our other bustiers, and we picked up a new one last week, Craig Hilliard, which was absolutely fantastic. And then we've got some repeat offenders like Sam Stanley and Michael Schultz and Bill Bacher, and it's just wonderful to have all of you helping us out and helping the show keep going. You can become a bustier, or if you've been a bustier in the past, you can help us out again using Venmo at RJD Pro, or if you're watching on Stream Ally, they have a in-stream tipping system right at the top. It says $10, $20, $30 or other, and you can donate whatever you'd like through that. Which would be a fantastic help to keep the show going. And we have 3 levels. If you give $25 or more, we'll send you a Amber Live sticker. If you give $100 or more, you get a sticker and a magnet, all with the fantastic Amber Live logo. And for $200 or more, you get a sticker, a magnet, and a mug. And so we really appreciate everyone. No matter what you can give, it's a big help. And again, that's the Venmo at RJD Pro you see there at the bottom, or you can use the Stream Ally system. So
what I love looking at that list is where the people are from. Of course, we have several of our Vermont fans and friends. Thank you very much. But we also have New York, Massachusetts, Tennessee, Florida. We have California. We've got Illinois. We got people from all over the country watching Amber Live, so we appreciate that.
Amber gets around.
Yes. So do we have a caption contest tonight?
We do have a caption contest tonight. It is this picture, and at the end of the show I will tell you where that picture is from, but for now, if you'd like to just send in your caption, make it funny. The best ones Jack will bring up at the end of the show. Label it in the comments that it's a caption, and we'll show that picture again to remind you what it is before the end of the show. So.
But before the end of the show, we've got some great guests tonight, Russell.
We do. We have 2 amazing guests who have been with us before, and one is a old and dear friend, and the other is becoming an old and dear friend. And we love them both, and they are both very positive people. We have the Reverend Yolanda tonight, who's here to talk about all of her projects, the amazing things she's doing. She's got a book she's just released, I believe, and new music, and it just goes on and on with her. She's always working. And then we have Dr. Francois Diva-Man Clemons with us, the amazing and wonderful Mr. Clemons from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, who is always fun to chat with. So you're going to have a great time, Amber.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I am so looking forward. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Yes, it's 2021. We survived 2020. So let's take a look at the end of this year with this week's headlines, all right? Yes. So, President for 17 more days, Donald Trump, threw a New Year's Eve party at his Mar-a-Lago resort, but he wasn't there. I think he ran in the new year alone in his room, rage tweeting about how Dr. Fauci illegally voted for Biden. Yeah. The party was headlined by Vanilla Ice, the one Beach Boy nobody likes, and, of course, the new COVID-19 variant. That is a bleak way to start a new year. Imagine finding out you risked a global pandemic just to watch Don Jr. sing along to Ice Ice Baby and to get kissed by Rudy. Let's lay down and tuck in my shirt, Giuliani. No, they all deserve it. In other New Year's Eve disasters, a gay party boat sank off the coast of Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. Turns out the boat was a bottom. Where's a rim shot when you need one? The partygoers were Americans, of course, who were promised an open bar, go-go boys, and a DJ with clothing optional. The guests, not necessarily the DJ. Listen, normally a super spreader sounds like something I'd be down with. But in 2020, no. Masks are clothing and they ain't optional. King's Hawaiian rolls aren't made in Hawaii. And you know what? I don't care. They're delicious. According to Fox News, the tasty bread maker, King's Hawaiian, is being sued because their sweet buttery breads are actually made in California, not Hawaii. And people, Karens, feel this is misleading. Hey, Fox News and whoever is suing King's Hawaiian, get over it. It doesn't matter where they're made. They're delicious. And it's 2021. You will not be taking away my delicious King Hawaiian sweetbreads. Oh, here's a good news. Matt Gates got engaged. What will his son Nestor think? Florida man and U.S. Representative Matt Gates has popped the question and is totally engaged and in love with a real girl. The girl's name is Ginger Lucky. Well, now she definitely has to change her name. And you know what? There has to be a drag queen named Ginger Lucky. If there wasn't, there is now. A few months back, Matt claimed he had an adopted son, Nestor, a young Cuban man who apparently has lived with Gates for years. In the past, he's referred to him as his helper. I know we use the term daddy, but that's not how you describe this kind of relationship. I do hope Nestor gets along with his new stepmom. And that's this week's headlines. Oops, and little technical difficulties here. Lost my earplug. Buried my hair plugs. All right. So we're done with the headlines. So now we can get on with the show and bring on our first guest. And that is our good friend, Yolanda. Hey, girl.
Yay! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year to you. It's always so good to see you.
You too, my love.
So, happy. What have you been doing? How have you survived the past weeks of the holidays?
Woo! Okay, well, first of all, I have a big announcement to make, and I wanted to do that on your live show. And this is how I've gotten through most of the year. So my husband and I bought some land in southern Vermont. And we'll be moving back to Vermont. Probably it'll take a year or so to actually be living there again. But we're coming back home, and I'm like so happy.
Oh, how nice! How lucky for Vermont.
Oh, and for me, like, oh my God, I need your community. I need the things and the people that I know, love me, and. So anyway, I'm so happy about it. We have a lot of renovation to do, and right now we're kind of living in a Jamaica shed.
So you're in New York though now.
Well, right now, yes, I'm in Brooklyn, but we just drove back. We were just up there, and we just drove back this morning to make sure, that I would be here on time with you. So that's my big news. It's really it all happened during 2020, and it was a series of, I have to say, miraculous events, that unfolded to allow us to create this place. But that's what's on my heart and soul right now, and I've just been so happy about it.
So have you been able to perform the past couple months?
Well, online, it's actually been very amazing, really. I've had a lot of bookings. I've done a lot of work with Drag Queen Story Hour, and those have turned into amazing opportunities at schools and different places. The public library here in New York City that's sponsoring us and everything. So we've been able to do a series of videos and in-person online teachings and readings and stuff like that. And it's just gone over really, really well this year. So I've had an amazing year in that way too. It's just been really cool. Plus, releasing my CD Yolanda Nanda. So that.
Yes. Tell us about that.
So when the year began, I had just finished, and I was working on a few more of them, but I had just finished most of an album that I wanted to call Yolanda Nanda, which the bliss of Yolanda. It's my love of mantras, so Hindu mantras and Sanskrit mantras, and then I mix them a lot of times with old gospel songs that we know and that I rewrite and reconfigure. So that, and also stories. So I created a story to the Kali mantra, which, is the destroyer and then the rebirther, right? So 2020 has been a year of like clearing out what doesn't work, and turning it over to bring something new, So during my Kali mantra meditations, I wrote this little children's book.
Yes, we have a clip about that. So
Yeah.
Russell, show that clip.
A girl, they called her Queero. She was my friend, she was my shero. We are Queero. We are Queero.
All right, you got some explaining to do. Tell us about that.
Well, something woke me up at like 4:00 in the morning, and this song came to me. And what I was remembering was a childhood friend that I had in Alabama, and I grew up in Alabama in the 60s. And, when I came out of the closet in the 4th grade, it wasn't so, good for me in 60s Alabama. And my friend, she became an ally, and we created what we called the Witch Club. And so we proclaimed that we were witches, and we cast spells on all the bullies and bitches, And so I woke up one morning, and they used to call her Queero. Now, we don't know exactly why. However, since she was such good friends with me and everybody called me fag and sissy and all those names, they decided to call her Queero, you know what I mean? So we took it on, the chorus, burn away my shame, burn away my pain, I am Queero, and that, so that happened this year. And then I engaged this wonderful artist, Ben Wu, to draw these gorgeous, drawings, and it's just, it's just a sweet little book, and I'm so proud of it. And all of the Yolanda Nanda songs are based on mantras, and each has a different story. And it's just been going really, really lovely. And I wanted to sing some songs at the drag ball this year, but I guess we're not going to be.
Well, we're going to be doing something. We're going to be doing something. So like
cool.
Everything else, it'll be virtual, but
Yeah.
no, we'll be doing something. I'll be in touch with that. So about the Yolanda Nanda songs, can we go on your website and get those?
Yes. If you just go to yolanda.net, it just pops right up. Well, Queero is the first thing you'll see, and then you just follow the link to Yolanda Nanda, and it'll take you right there. Yeah.
So your book, has it been picked up by anyone major, or are they?
No, it's just me, just because I wanted to. It's a self-published, book. So all of the proceeds go, are split right in the middle between me and Ben Wu, the artist, you know what I mean? But, people have shown support for it, especially here in the city. And then that's why I wanted to share it with y'all, because I've read it and sung my song, and at many a drag queen story hour event this year, and then people like it and they go, go get it. So it's been a great opportunity to share this ally story, and people seem to like it. So I hope.
Well, I do know that there is a librarian from Key West who's watching right now, and I bet you Queero is going to be on their shelves pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fascinating, and I'm sure some of the LGBTQ ally support groups in schools would like that as well. So that just sounds like a great project.
Thank you. It's been so much fun. And, the really amazing thing about the song that you heard, I mean, like, if you go to my website, you can hear the whole song. But it was actually produced by Jeff Jones, who is he's called the Jedi Master in the music industry. And, like, he works with a group of songwriters in the city. And so I was in one of his events, and he loved this song. And the final remix that you'll hear on my website, and which was on the video, is his mix. And it's like, wow, okay, cool.
Oh, so how is moving to Vermont going to affect all the projects that you do there in the city?
Well, that's an interesting question. And, virtual reality for 2020 has really opened my eyes to help me understand, that I can do a lot of things. Now, in terms of, performing live, I will never, ever give that up. And of course, you won't either. And they'll have to drag us off stage, right? I know, right? But we don't know when that's going to be, and so in the meantime, I'm going to follow your lead and do some kind of something, not, what you're doing, but just be more involved online, with performing and stuff, just directly to people who like my music. So I'm probably going to just start with Facebook here in 2021 and just, go live.
Yeah, it's out there.
Look for me.
Yeah, Lucy Bell sends a copy to the St. Vincent LeMay Library in Beaver Pond.
Please do.
Might have to teach a few people to read, but that's not a bad thing. Well, Yolanda, thank you so much. We're going to have you back later on because I want you and Francois to be talking to each other.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to him.
That's going to be something. Thank you very much. Take care. Take care. Yes. Oh, she's coming back to Vermont. Yay. We're all happy about that. Yes. Welcome home, Yolanda. So one thing that Russell and I forgot to mention at the top of the show was our new segment that we're introducing this week. And we are so excited about this. Now, many of you are familiar with the RuPaul's Drag Race show, and some are fanatics. Some say, oh, yeah, I know what that is. Well, we thought we should have a recap of what those shows are. But I'm really not caught up in all of that type of drag, so I really don't have that good of appreciation for it. So I thought, who could we get? And Russell and I were thinking, let's get some of our past guests who we know who would really add some sharp commentary on it. So we contacted Angela Mansberry and Sherry Poppins. You'll remember them. They're great guests. And we said, hey, girls, you want to put together a little clip for us? And they went, sure thing. So they put together what we're calling Pass the Tea.
Girl, that's hot.
Hello, everyone. I am Angela Mansberry.
And I'm Sherry Poppins, and welcome to Pass the Tea. This week, we're going to be discussing RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13, Episode 1.
The premiere.
Holy moly, it's Ru season, y'all. Cheers.
Ooh, cheers to that. Well, okay, so first episode, we had 6 lip syncs.
Yes, crazy plot twist.
Crazy episode. So let's jump in. Our first lip sync, we had Candy Muse and Joey J. Yes. Candy Muse came out in front in the end. What did you think? Did you agree?
Yeah, totally not. I wasn't surprised. I love a prop gag. I know RuPaul loves a prop gag, and it worked. She delivered. You know what I mean?
Super fun. It was a good kickoff lip sync, and I thought Candy nailed it. I'm excited to see more from Candy.
Yes, great personality too. Yes. Denali versus Lala Ree was next. And Lala won.
Yes.
I think had Denali not been wearing ice skates, it could have been different, but still really good. She nailed it. She did a kick, she did a flip.
She got through it on those ice skates, and I give her a lot of credit for that, but Lala Ree nailed it.
Nailed that performance, which was good because the outfit was a little meh, but the lip sync was great.
Yes, 100% agree. Lip sync.
Next was Simone versus Tamisha Iman.
Yes, and I know you love this lip sync.
This is my favorite lip sync of the night, I think. Yeah. Simone won. I was not surprised. Well, actually, I was. This one had me a little on my toes.
It was close. It was close.
Because
Both very good.
Tamisha had that choreo, girl.
That choreo, and just so polished. She was so.
Yeah, absolutely. And she lost with grace, which, thankful.
He did. And Simone, I mean, what a fun performer. Like, so
fun
to watch. She was having a ball. I'm excited to see more from Simone.
Stoked to see more of both of them, honestly.
So, yeah.
Next was maybe two of your favorites, this pair.
This quirky pairing.
So we had Gottmik versus Utica Queen.
And one after another, I was like, I love her. Oh, I love her. This is my favorite pairing.
Yes.
And it was so fun. We had Gottmik, our first trans masculine on the show.
Woo.
Very exciting.
Yes.
And they nailed it.
They did. They were both so quirky. They brought their personality through in both the talking heads and the lip syncs. Gottmik came out on top, but fair fight from Utica, I think.
Utica looking like a cast member from Godspell. I was in it with a strawberry.
She's so funny. She's definitely giving me like Tammy Brown of the season in terms of like quirkiness,
I love it. I can't wait to see more from both of them, honestly.
Yes. Next was a New York battle with Rosé versus Olivia Lux. And that is shady, girl.
The shade of it all.
And Olivia won, which was probably devastating for Rosé, but I mean, Olivia nailed it.
Once again, had so much fun. I loved watching Olivia, and it was a good pairing. But I think that's going to put a fire under Rosé for this season.
Yeah, it's going to be a good pot stirrer plot line.
Oh yeah.
And then last, speaking of New York, debatably your favorite, we had Tina Burner, a legend, with Kimora Hall and Elliot with 2 T's, and Tina came out on top, no questions asked.
No pun intended, but she was on fire.
Oh, and the whole turn it and burn it thing. I mean, that's money.
I'd buy that merch.
Yeah, that's money, mama. That's money.
And that look was fantastic.
Yes.
But yeah, so Tina won that lip sync, which no one was surprised. Lady Marmalade, of course.
Done. Yeah, of course. Any New York girl knows Lady Marmalade through and fo. So
any New York drag trio has done that song every time, and she knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah. And now, now next week, all the losers gotta eliminate someone. Ah!
I can't. And they didn't even see each other perform. I don't know how that's going to work.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be so crazy. And then once the two team, like the losers and the winners merge again, I can't wait. It's going to be drama.
And of course, we will be here every week. We're going to be talking about Drag Race every week here on Pass the Tea. And who was your favorite?
I think my favorite tonight was Simone. I know that you have reservations about the Polaroid dress, but I think there's just so much potential for exciting things from her. What about you?
I'm really excited about Simone. She nailed on that performance, but my favorite, I gotta say, was Tina Burner.
Tina, of course.
I love a polished, campy queen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I like her talking heads. I wonder if she'll be the villain of the season.
Oh, she was good. When she called Elliot with 2 T's that she needed to phone home, I got it. That was so much fun. Well, this has been so much fun. We will be here every week here to pass the tea with you.
Yes.
And back to you, Amber. Cheers, girl.
Cheers.
See you next week.
Cheers! Wasn't that fun? Now, even if you don't watch RuPaul, as the weeks develop, you're going to get to know some of those characters, and you're going to start rooting for them, and you're going to tune in and watch it as well. So Google, find out how you can watch RuPaul's Drag Race. And if you did watch it this week, who did you like or who didn't you like? Let's see some of that in the comments. That was fun. Thank you, Angela and Sherry. That was great. Looking forward to more weeks. Hey, Russell. Wasn't that fun?
Oh, yes, it was. They did a great job.
Yes, looking forward to more of them. They're a great addition. Thank you for making that happen.
Some extra drama for the show.
That's what we need. Hey, let's see that caption picture. I don't know if we've gotten many.
Caption picture. We need some captions. If you have anything funny to say about this, send it in and let Jack know. Because that is a kind of funny photo. So send in your comments. We want to hear from you. And also, we didn't ask at the beginning, if you're out there and you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. We want to hear from you. Tell us who you are.
Yes, yes.
Questions for Yolanda or Francois as the night goes on, drop those in the comments too.
Yeah. So, Russell, we've got a giveaway going on, don't we?
We do have a giveaway going on. You can win this hoodie and mug from Amber Live. You can go to our website, amberlive.tv, and just click on the button that says click to win. It's kind of obvious. And you can have your choice of colors on the hoodie, and we'll send you the mug too. And our last winner was Cindy Zook, who won a mask in our giveaway. And there she is, showing off her mask with her beautiful Christmas tree in the background and a nice drink in her hand. She knows how to watch Amber Live.
Yes, congratulations, Cindy. And you too could win too. When's the deadline to enter our current contest?
I believe this one's going till like January 11th. So you got through the next show, but so you don't forget, go sign up tonight after the show. And again, it's at amberlive.tv. It's easy to find.
Yes.
How could you forget that?
That's right. That's great. That's great.
And we have a little message from one of our sponsors.
It's officially winter time now, and the days are getting longer, but they're still cold, and it's a great time of year to stay inside, safe, and warm. And Amber Live can help you do all of that. We have sweatshirts and hoodies to snuggle up in the cold winter nights, and get yourself an Amber Live mug for your coffee, your hot chocolate, or some of those adult beverages that Lucy Bell's been fixing up. And if you must go outside, how about wearing an Amber Live mask, please? We've got all that and much more at the Amber Live store. Order your merchandise today.
Yes, head on over to amberlive.tv. I've got the great mug from there. I've got a couple of mugs, actually, and I use them during the show. We have beach towels to get ready for your summer vacation. We've got mugs, we've got hoodies, t-shirts, and we've got masks, all at amberlive.tv. You don't want to be without your masks these days. So head on over. There's lots of other stuff on the channel as well, all kinds of things to do there and see. And you can see old clips. You can find Lucy Bell's recipes, who we hope will come back with some more of them if she doesn't burn her hair or her fingers.
So. Very good. Well, I think that's about it for now, Russell.
Yeah, we got, that is it.
All right. Thank you so much. So it's time for my top 5 list. And you know what my top 5 list is this week? My top 5 resolutions for 2021. My number 5 resolution is get freaking vaccinated. Yeah, I want to get that shot. So I'm going to go down to the Lady Xeno Gynecological Memorial Free Clinic and see if old Nurse Anthrax will shoot me up. I think she might. My number 4 resolution is same as last year. Keep looking pretty. I can't help it, you know. My number 3 resolution is travel somewhere, anywhere where there's no COVID, maybe some palm trees or P-Town. Yes, let's go to P-Town this summer, okay? My number 2 on my New Year's resolutions list, I'm going to start doing yoga or something. Who knows? And then my number 1 New Year's Eve resolution, celebrate Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on January 20th and every day after that. Woohoo! Yes, that's what I plan to do in 2021. Whew. You know, like I said earlier, this is our 42nd episode. And of all the guests we've had on all of those episodes, there's one that stands out that people are always saying, when are you going to have that guy back? Well, we got him back tonight. And here he is, Francois Clemons. Hey, Francois.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, we've got a royalty show.
It's such a wonderful show, Amber.
Well, see, it's getting better now.
Oh, I've enjoyed everybody. I mean, it's amazing. The Quero book and, having a little sip of tea. There's so many connections because, I was born in Alabama, in Birmingham. I left when I was 5 years old, and I'm sure I'm much older than your wonderful guest, because
she grew up in Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals. She grew up in Muscle Shoals.
Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I was in Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, and eventually in Montgomery. But I left when I was pretty young. but we have that connection.
Oh, you've got a lot of connection. You two, you're going to be best friends. I know that. So, Francois, I know the last time you were here, you talked about your book that was going gangbusters.
Yes.
I was wondering. Yes, there it is, Officer Clemons. It's a great picture.
This is the audio book, and much to my surprise, the audio book is selling. People are listening to it because I added a couple of songs.
Oh, really? You did?
Yeah, just a little something.
Did they ask you to, or you just started singing?
No, I still. It's my book.
So I take it you do the reading of the book.
I insisted on it. I actually put it in the contract.
Well, how
I'm
cool.
the only one who could do the reading. And I went into the studio for like 5 or 6 days with this marvelous young man. Eric he's an engineer, lives up in Burlington.
Okay.
And it was just the two of us for from 10 o'clock in the morning until 7 at night.
Oh, and I bet you enjoyed every minute.
How long? It's a very long. They say back at 9 hours of listening.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine? But people are buying it. So,
of course they are. They can watch you for free here.
Well, yes. And when they're sitting at home with nothing to do, they've been reading the book as well. And it's so amazing. The book is selling, and so is the audio. And I'm deeply grateful to everyone out there who has bought it. And I also, Amber, if you don't mind, I want to say a special hello to Joseph and Michael.
Oh, yep. They said they were watching.
They're watching, and they are my heart.
Oh, they're good men.
They are my heart.
Good people.
I love them so much.
I've
had some
people.
So they listen to all the beginnings of trial and much error of my book as I was writing it. We used to have lunch together. I called us the Brokeback Mountain Ladies. So I used to meet them for lunch, and I would read excerpts and give them to them and send them on by email and stuff. And then they would give me their opinion and mostly encouragement, but very honest. I love them dearly.
So you said originally when you submitted your book, it had like 600 pages?
Yes, it was a little long. Obama's book is out. It's about 700 pages. I mean, got that damn thing. And I decided to give it to a friend to read, and we'll talk about what she's reading. So, but no, I did have quite a number of extra stories. It's in the same vein. So I've actually got half of the second volume that I'm
You're
writing.
on your second volume.
Yes, so, I am.
Have any movie rights been talked about?
Well, they did, and that man named Bozeman. You remember the guy who was in the Black Panther?
Yes.
I had requested him to star, and he checked out on me. He said, "Not a chance. Goodbye." And he's gone. Oh, I was so disappointed. He's so handsome.
Oh, but yes.
There have been people
Did you see Ma Rainey's Black Bottom?
Oh, someone asked me to do that role.
I bet.
I thought about it. I can sing it, up in everything in the same key that she was singing them in. So just be on the lookout. There may be something. It's the first time I have been in public with my wig, and I have an act for Queen Victoria.
Oh,
the black one.
So if you do a production of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom as you as Ma Rainey, I want to be in drag and be your manager. Okay.
Okay. Oh, in the show.
Yes.
I will keep that in mind.
I'll do my drag king Bob.
I will indeed. So, I just wanted to say thank you and Happy New Year to you. And what a joy that you invited me to come and to be with you on this, what I consider very special occasion.
Well, I tell you what, I was serious. People say, they love hearing you.
Marshall Gentry or 2 others.
Can you imagine my phone is ringing at a time? I thought I turned it off. I'm on the Amber LeMay show, so I can't talk to you.
It was probably your agent saying, "Get off."
This telephone is the bane of my existence. I am so sick and tired of it. It rings all the time. I've got all kinds of blocks on this and block that. And look, it's ringing again. I'm telling you, what the heck am I supposed to do? I'll have to throw it in the water.
So what you said you sang songs in your book tape. Would you sing a song for us tonight?
Oh, are you kidding? I would love, January is the celebration for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes.
And I always like to plan something very special. Mahalia Jackson and Aretha Franklin, both of who are dead, used to sing Precious Lord for him. So I'll give you just one verse. Is that okay? You can have more, but I don't want to take all your time.
I think one will be, we'll leave him wanting more. Leave me wanting more.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired. I am weak. I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me home to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead your child on home.
Oh my gosh! Thank you.
That's for you, Amber.
Oh, it's for the world. You're a gift to the world. I do see that Jamie and Forrest Lundy is watching tonight, and she works for or she's a part of Vermont Stage Company. So maybe she could arrange a production of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Well, I would like that very much. So we'll see where she takes that. By the way, I loved your black outfit.
Well, black is slimming, as you know.
Amen.
I'm wearing a lot.
Beautiful, it's slimming, and it's forever.
So you're writing your second volume of your memoirs.
Yeah.
Any other projects you're involved with?
Well, I started some work on a television show called Adventures in Diva Land, and I've just written what they call a deck. So I have to be careful I don't get it mixed up, Dick and Deck. So I'm doing the deck right now, and the deck is that has photographs, has a part of the story, some interviews, and I too love to travel. And this has been a very difficult time for me to be in isolation, and I'm cooperating, but that's going to take some time to get the casting together. What I'm doing is putting 10 episodes to present to someone who would like to maybe in Hollywood.
Well,
I'd like to be a producer or promoter.
Oh, well.
The Diva Land's going to be like you. I'll invite you to come on, and I want to do an interview. And I also would love to watch you dress. That's what I would like. Yes, I would. I think you look stunning always.
Well, thank you so much, Francois. But no, that sounds fascinating. Diva Land.
Anyway, that's what I'm working on now.
Great! How cool! How cool! That is
Thank
great.
you.
All right, so let's bring Yolanda in. Let's introduce Yolanda, Francois.
I've been trying to meet you, Yolanda.
Hi, Francois. Hi, Amber.
The two of you've got to, number one, you've got to sing together. We
have so many connections.
I know.
Also,
this is amazing.
that New York connection. And I lived there for 35 years, and I love the Brooklyn Academy of Music. I used to go out there all the time.
Wow. What years were you living in New York?
I lived there from 1968, 69. Actually, it was the fall of 69. And then I moved up here about 1997, 1998 to Vermont. And
well,
I
we
too,
were-
like you, I feel like I came home.
Exactly. That's the way I felt the first time I moved there, but then I had to go back to New York, and give it another shot, and it's been good to me. But what I wanted to say was I moved to New York in 1983. So you were living in New York when I moved.
Yes,
to New
indeed I
York.
was. There was a lot still going on
Yes.
from because it seems like we had to reinvent ourselves
Yes.
to the public, and especially like on Broadway. Some of the shows that came out at that time had openly gay characters and openly gay situations, and it's helped a lot of people to grow. I don't know about you, but I'm doing a lot of fan mail based on that movie I did, Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Oh,
and then the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood. And now that I've written this book, I get a lot of fan mail. So one of the things that I talk about are trans and bisexual people, because there are people who are gay, what I call judge.
Yeah. It just, it cuts everything away. Like you can't communicate with anyone if you're going to judge them.
Who made me the judge? Who made you the judge? That's what I ask them that all the time, because they ask me, what would Mr. Rogers do?
Yeah.
What would Mr. Rogers do? And what I really do tell them is Mr. Rogers did his tour of duty, and now we're here.
Yeah. Hello.
It's time for
Mr.
us.
Rogers. Okay.
So I tell them, put on your grown-up pants and walk.
See?
It's time.
All right, I would like to ask the two of you a question.
Yes.
How do we get rid of the negative feelings, thoughts of this past year, and what makes you look hopeful for the future, this coming year, the year we're in now?
Oh, that's a great.
Well, my first response is people are asking us. They're listening. There are people who want to know.
Yes.
But the truth of it is, I think the reason we come to Earth, why we are manifest here, is to learn.
Yeah.
And it seems like just as we have kids who go through the cycle of being 1 to 10 to teenagers to puberty, there are people who go through the same process. They are born here to learn. I learned to give unconditional love from Fred Rogers. And I just don't think you can do any better than that. But it doesn't mean we have all the answers, because those who must learn must learn.
Right. Well, I totally agree with you, Francois.
Yeah.
And, I have to say, this year has been a year when I've been able to go deeply into myself. I've treated it like like being at a monastery or something, what I mean? Like, I don't go anywhere. I'm like you, except to get in my car and go to Vermont and come back. But we quarantine, where we are, and we were wearing masks, and we go to the grocery store, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this has been a year of great reflection.
Yes.
And I've found that knowing the truth about myself and those around me is a very important thing, right?
Yes.
And so then I have to go further, and I have to believe in the greater truth that we are all one. I have to we are so totally. I mean, how long have I been away from Burlington? 20 years, for God's sakes. I feel like, I'm with you guys every step of the way. It's like, and it's an incredible thing. I think that this virtual reality that I've experienced this year has really brought it home to me that we indeed are one.
That's right. I think our level of communication on what we might call the average everyday has been deepened, because we have been made to pause.
Yes. Hello.
We have everybody had to pause. And so the universe could talk to us and tell us this. We're having these tremendous battles over racism and policemen killing and shooting black kids in the back. And that, to me, it just fills me with rage sometimes. And I have to say, calm down, because what they are learning the hard way is that we are one. They cannot get away from our presence, whether it's Asian, it's brown, they're at our door. I don't want to go into, painful stories for people, but those who have come to our door have come so we can grow. Yes. We must open our hearts.
Yes.
And you don't just open your heart for someone you say, well, that's my blood father, my blood mother, my blood children. No, everybody must be treated that way. We have been paused so we can look at it and think about it. Hopefully, when we come out of this, we will have a new vision of what's here. And it's all one.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them. It's all one. I cannot, Fred Rogers wouldn't tell you a different story.
Exactly. I get that from him and from you. Yeah. I mean, so right on, so spot on. I mean, this is an opportunity for growth and change. And just, because I love to study all these different ways of looking at things, we learned and I've been chanting Sanskrit mantras now like all year, and they're really becoming a part of me. So we learned this Sanskrit way of talking about time, and it's called the yugas. What we're actually moving into the age of Aquarius, which is called the golden age in that framework. But we're at the bottom of the age of Aquarius. We're coming out of the materialistic past 2,000 years. And we're moving into the spiritual realm, and the abundance and the joy of really knowing how connected we are. But that's going to take a long time. And it's people like us that we're doing all this stuff.
We wind up being teachers. I had to admit that. And you realize that people are reaching out.
Yes.
And once they reach out, I don't turn them away or turn them off.
Right.
I always say, well, okay, this is another teachable moment, time, opportunity. Because they will never find anything deeper, more meaningful than what you just verbalized. We are one.
Yeah.
We're being given another chance. Mother Nature's had to do some cleaning up.
I'll say, my goodness.
And her job is not easy.
And things and so, more things are going to happen, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like the Mother Earth has to rebalance herself.
Yes. Yes.
We put her out of balance.
Yes. And so she put a pause on us.
Right. She put a pause on us.
Yeah.
Baby.
Hold on a minute. I've had enough of this. And when she does it, she means it. She got them all from the top all the way down.
So what is going to be your mantra this coming in 2021?
My mantra is we are one.
We
are one.
I will do the same thing. I'll do it with you every day. We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
And I wanted you to know that I too went to India.
You did? Oh,
awesome. I went there for 6 weeks. So I know when I see the drawings and I see the story, there was a connection for me as well as the same way. I knew that I was at home as much all over. I was all over India as I am here with you. We are one.
Thank you so much, you two. I really was looking forward to that conversation. Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francois. Thank you, Amber. Thank you.
So I have a little quiz. Now we're going to shift gears here a little bit.
Okay.
And we're in the year 2021, but what was going on back in 100 years ago in 1921? I know none of us were around.
Well,
then.
the Harlem Renaissance began.
Oh, was that the year that it started?
Well, it's a gradual thing. It wasn't a specific year, but it was something gradual. And you have the black poets, and you have the Count, what's his name, Count Basie, and oh come on, and Lena Horne. They were up at the Cotton Club there in New York.
The Cotton Club, yes.
The birth of jazz.
Yeah,
and, that was one thing that was going on.
All right. Well, we'll find out some other things too. All right. So, who was inaugurated the 29th president of the United States back in 1929? Was it?
Does anybody want to say Hoover?
Was it Hoover? Was it Hoover, Warren G. Harding, or William Howard Taft?
I want to say Taft.
I say Hoover.
Okay.
You're both wrong. It was Warren G. Harding.
What did I tell you last time? Oh dear.
How'd that work out for Harding? Not good. Not good. But who did he replace? The next question. Who did he replace? Was it Herbert Hoover? Was it Taft or Woodrow Wilson?
I'll go with Hoover again.
Hoover. Woodrow Wilson. No,
it was Woodrow Wilson. Yes, Hoover was after Harding.
Oh,
yes. All right. Now, I don't know.
Years.
White Castle. Are you familiar with the White Castle restaurants?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, they opened their first restaurant. Where did they open it? Was it in Kansas? Was it in Iowa? Or was it New York?
New York.
Francois?
I'll go with her and say New York.
Nope, it was Kansas. I guess they had a lot of beef
no
out
idea.
there.
No idea.
It's because New York is the only place I've ever seen them, I guess.
Oh, they're in the Midwest. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen her.
All right, and that was the year that they had the first international golf tournament. Who was it between? Was it United States and Canada, England and Scotland, or United States and United Kingdom? First time playing golf.
United States and United Kingdom. I don't know.
I'm thinking England and Scotland.
I'm not a golfer.
Me neither.
It was United States and United Kingdom.
Oh,
Yes.
I got one right.
Look, they
I
got
got
those.
one right.
They got those knickers on. Aren't those cute?
Look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our final question is, Bessie Coleman was the first African American woman to, 1, get her international pilot's license, 2, receive a medical degree, or 3, be elected to mayor of a U.S. city. Bessie Coleman.
I'm going with number 6 there, the license to fly.
That's what I was thinking. Is that
Yes,
right?
that
It
is
is?
correct. Yes. Yes. She was 29 years old at the time, and she got it in France.
Oh, how cool.
Yes, yes. So that's a little bit of.
Ever since we
history
had
there.
the rocket go up a couple of times, they've been talking about that movie where the black women were called in to do the figuring and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Numbers.
Was it called Numbers?
No, something with numbers, wasn't it? Oh, I bet you someone in our audience knows.
But that's what it was about. And I
figures.
remember.
Something
So
hidden figures.
I guess.
We'll know. Trust me, someone's going to tell us by the end of the show. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for making the hidden figures. Hidden figures.
Yes. that's what
Stephen
it was.
Lanza.
Hidden figures.
Thank you, Stephen. All right. Thank you both so much. So good to see you again. You're going to be
Likewise.
back. You're going to be
I'm
back.
going to sit and enjoy Rocco.
Yeah. You see Rocco, don't we?
Yes, you do. Thank you again so much. Happy New Year to both of you. Thank you. Oh, 2 of the finest people you'll ever want to meet, and to have them together. I know if they met each other in person, they'd be fast friends. So thank you. Yes, they know what's coming up next, and it's a visit with Rocco. Hey, Rocco.
Hey, Amber, how you doing? Happy
doing-
New Year.
Yes. What did you do? What'd you do New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Well, nighttime, I didn't really do anything. I stayed home pretty much like everybody else. Watched some TV, drank a couple of lemon drop martinis. Because, I like them.
Yes.
Watched the ball drop to absolutely probably nobody in Times Square, which was kind of pathetic, but understandable.
Yeah.
And then I fell asleep.
Yep, that's eventually we all do. Yes. Yeah. What's your normal routine on New Year's Eve?
Usually I find myself naked in the clutches of several women by 11:59.
Yep. Yeah. And then you wake up.
Then I wake up and I'm hoping some balls will drop.
I hear you had an interesting week this week.
I did. Let me tell you, this is what I did during the day on New Year's Eve. I, Rocco Zamboni, was one of about 3 million people in this country to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
And you documented it, correct?
That's what they say. I did. And I was kind of a little disappointed. I got to be honest with you. People, all these people are saying, I'm so afraid to take it. I'm going to let it see what other people do, what happens to them before I take it, because they're freaking paranoid. I'm personally looking at the upside thinking, maybe I'll get superpowers or something, I tried climbing a wall, nothing. I jumped off the roof, nothing. I thought I was invisible for a little while, but people could see me.
Are there any other superpowers you would like to possess?
Mind control. Like right now, I'm going to make you say something.
Russell, roll the video.
Hey, everybody, it's Rocco. Guess what? It's the last day of 2020. Fuck you, 2020. Anyway, I'm rushing right now to go get my vaccine. That's right, Corona vaccine thingy. Let's see what the hell happens with this thing, huh?
All right, I'm all masked up and ready to go. I'm gonna get a shot now. What the hell?
All right, I'm about to get what they call a shot or a vaccine. Check it out. That wasn't so bad. Maybe I'll get superpowers or something. You think I'll get superpowers?
Maybe.
That's awesome. So apparently that's it, right? I got the shot. Now I'm sitting here recovering from what? I don't know yet. But I didn't feel any superpowers yet. I'm not able to fly or climb a wall, but I'll keep you updated on that.
Oh!
So as you can see, I got no side effects or anything. Nothing. I'm a little disappointed.
I can see that. Well, Rocco, take care. You might want to take a nap, all right? And stay away from mirrors.
Why?
Just might want to do that. But someone said Douglas rented out the Godfather movie. Rented? Douglas, you rented it?
Oh, yeah.
And any of your family associated with that?
Well, we don't really talk about that sort of stuff at dinner time that often. Just on holidays and stuff.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Rocco. You have a good week.
Hey, Amber, you be good too, all right? And
I have
Mr.
no
Clemons,
choice.
I love you, dude. You're awesome. And Reverend Yolanda. Whoa!
Thank you, Rocco. Rocco, I hope that wears off. Actually, you might look a little better. All right. Hey, Jack, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Happy New Year, Amber.
Happy New Year to you. Love the sweater. Very nice.
Thanks. Yeah, well, I felt a little bit underdressed when I saw what you had on, and I'm like, well, I better step up my game a little bit. It's Sunday night, after all.
Thank you very much. Hey, well, how was the comments tonight?
A little bit dry. I think everyone is still kind of recovering from New Year's, getting wasted alone at home or something to that effect. But we do have a couple of pictures for that, captions for that picture. Let's see that picture again.
Oh, gosh.
That's what we got right there. Jessica.
Russell, come in and tell us what that picture is first.
That picture is actually from a protest parade of the Mummers, because the Mummers parade was canceled in Philadelphia this year. So some of them who felt they had been slighted decided to have a protest Mummers parade.
The Mummers. I don't know what the Mummers are. But it looks like that guy's got either Florida or some balls on his chin.
Now, the Mummers, they're not the ones in the little scooters, are they?
No, they are not the ones in the scooters. They're a group in Philadelphia that do a huge parade on New Year's Day, I think, every year, with outrageous costumes. It's kind of like going to Mardi Gras, but it's a different, and it's all various clubs, just like the cruise at Mardi Gras, and each club gets together and puts together their outfits and their floats and everything they're going to do for the parade.
All right. So what are some of the captions we got tonight?
We've got Jessica who commented, America, bruh. Kind of looks like that Barney Gumble character from The Simpsons. Belching his way through a parade, doesn't even need a loudspeaker or anything. And the other one that we have is from Charlotte. Oh, no, wait, that was about Rocco.
That didn't look like Rocco.
But I think I'll implode at the Capitol Mall on January 6th. The president told me to be violent.
Yes, he did.
And Francois just sent us a caption. Who threw that rock?
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, Russell, come on in. Any comments about the show, Russell?
What a great show. My God, who knew that an hour could fly by so quickly? I could sit and listen to them talk for for days.
That was a great conversation.
It was so enlightening.
Very thoughtful.
And
I want to go back and listen to it when I'm not sitting here getting ready to push buttons and do things. So
can you believe it? We got Francois to sing.
That never happens on this show.
We had a
first for
beg so
everything.
hard.
Actually, this may be the first time it was only one song. So I'm almost disappointed, but I'm sure he will be back in graces with his presence and songs again. So
yes, he will. Yes, he will. All right. So Russell, what do we got for next week?
Well, for next week we have Kimberly DeBrule, who I believe is another Vermonter.
Yes.
And who is often seen on TV, and she is a life coach and business coach, and is going to come on and do a little more talking about, I guess, how you can move forward in this new year. And then we have Sarah Hester Ross, who is an absolutely amazing pianist. She's a dueling pianist from Las Vegas, I believe, and she's also a comedian, and you can find her on TikTok doing her shows there, little snippets there. She does a very funny thing called Florida Man Friday and Florida Woman Wednesday, and she plays the piano and sings a song about something absolutely crazy that somebody did, but she's very quick-witted and just hysterical. So it's going to be a great show with the two of them, both educational and funny, and what more can you ask than that?
That's right. Here on Amber Live, that'll be episode 43, but of season 2, episode 2. I don't know, a lot of numbers.
How does that even work? We haven't even finished the first COVID season yet.
And
you're already starting on season 2?
Yes.
So that you don't forget our bustiers out there. We really appreciate it. You can help us out by sending your support to that Venmo at RJD Pro or using the Stream Ally.
Jerry Zimmerman, you have a lot of room to talk.
Oh, he decided to show up.
Yeah. Well, he's down in Florida now, so he's all warm and probably tanned. All right. Oh, Joshua Beaupre just said, "Where is bitching in the kitchen?" Lucy Bell. Josh, you contact Lucy Bell and you tell her you miss bitching in the kitchen.
Send her a note. We are trying to get her back for next week. I think after burning all her fingers, she needed a week off.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Russell, for putting together a great show.
Happy New Year.
It was so good. All right. And thank you for watching. We're here every Sunday. They said, aren't you going to take a break? What else are we going to do? No, we're not. So you can come back and check us out every Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern, or go over on amberlive.tv, and you can catch past shows as well. Those are fun to go back and look into as well. So, all right. Thank you again so much. Have a great week. I'm going to be here next week. I hope you will be too.
You know, Amber should really wear a mask.
Why? Because of COVID?
No, so we don't see her face.